Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I just wanted to give you guys a really quick video on the 7 steps of the surrogacy medical process. Not the actual surrogacy process and how that goes, but the 7 medical steps of the process. I guess we could go over the whole thing. It kind of just all falls into place. So, of course, you first have to find your agency if that's what you're going to do. You find your agency first, and once you find your agency, then from there, you fill out applications, you fill out information about yourself, you create yourself a profile. Once your profile has been created, then the agency kind of shops you around to intended parents, and those intended parents will decide whether or not they want you as their surrogate. Once you get selected, then you do the initial interview with the family. They get to ask you questions, you get to ask them questions, and then if they like you and you like them, then you guys agree to be matched. Once you get matched, the intended parents have to put money into a trust fund so that they know that the IPs are serious, and so that way it can cover some of your expenses. And so what ends up happening is once the amount, or whatever that amount is that the agency and the IPs agree on, is placed into the trust account, then you turn around and you do your psych evaluation. So once your psych evaluation is completed, usually it's anywhere between a 30-minute to 1-hour conversation with a licensed psychiatrist or family therapist. Once that is completed, then you move on to your medical screening. Your medical screening includes them doing like a blood work, and they do like a mapping of your uterus to kind of just check out how they would do it for when it's time to do the transfer. So they put in, it's like a mock trial kind of, it's almost like getting a pap, and they put a solution, like a saline solution, through the area to make sure that everything is cleared and that there's no blockages or anything like that. Once you go through the medical screening, or during that time, the medical screening includes, like I said, it's like getting an annual. So you go through blood work, you do the pap smear, you have to do a hysteroscopy, and you also do like I said, the saline sonogram and all that kind of stuff. Once all of that has been completed, then you move into the legal paperwork. And this can be anywhere between a 25 to 100 page document that you have to read very closely. And once you read that and you agree to it, your IPs agree to it, you both sign it and get it notarized, then it has to be, go through the legal process of it. And once the legal process is done, you have officially started your journey. From there, you will do, like, sometimes you have to do like a mock cycle. Not everyone has to do a mock cycle, but once you do that, they'll double check, like I said, just to make sure everything is clear, everything is good. In between time, you may have to go, like, you're on hormones at this point. So once you do your hormones, you will be going to the doctor, like a MFM, which is a maternal fetal medicine doctor. And what they're doing is they're checking your uterus. They're checking the lining to make sure it's thick enough. It has to be, I think, don't get me wrong, like 7 or 0.7 or something like that. So it can't be too thick, but it can't be too thin. So it has to be a specific thickness. Once you reach that thickness, then they can set it up for your transfer. Of course, like I said, in between this time, you are taking your hormones, you're doing your shots, you're taking your pills, you're doing all of those things that you need to be doing. And then once you get to the transfer is done. It's almost like getting a PAP as well. You're just in a room with a bunch of people with your legs open, and they're looking at it on a screen. The embryologist has the embryo or embryos that are frozen or defrosting. And then once they are done, or once they've gotten to a certain temperature, they're able to be transferred. Once they transfer the embryos, you do lay down in that bed or on that table with your legs open for like 20 minutes. And then once that 20 minutes passes, they ask you how you're feeling and things like that, and then you're able to leave. You usually get wheeled out. They don't want you to do a bunch of walking or anything like that. They would actually prefer that you lay down that day and just kind of relax. You are not allowed to take a shower for 24 to 48 hours because they want to make sure that nothing interrupts what you have going. So from there, once you do the transfer, you will do a confirmation of pregnancy. Of course, you can take your own pregnancy test within a week or so, 7 to 10 days. 7 to 10 days after you have done the transfer. I did mine 7 days after the transfer and got a positive pregnancy test. Now, at this point, of course, I'm not allowed to tell the IPs if I'm pregnant or not because it needs to be confirmed by HCG. So, you can tell the agency that you confirmed that you're pregnant, but then, like I said, you're going to do a HCG confirmation regardless. So we do the HCG confirmation. What will happen is you'll go in one morning as early as possible, especially if you're out of state from your agency. You'll go in early in the morning, get lab work done. You will go, they'll give you your numbers by that afternoon. The agency will. And then they'll wait 48 hours and make sure that it's doubled. If it hasn't exactly doubled, they'll have you go again and again and again. As long as it's going up, it's that's a positive thing, but it has to be over a certain number, which is an extremely low number, but I don't remember exactly what it is. But it has to be over a certain number. Once it reaches over that certain number, then you're good to go. You've technically confirmed that you're pregnant. Y'all, I'm so sorry. Okay, and then after you confirm that you're pregnant, then you do an ultrasound at 6 weeks, which is about 4 weeks after the transfer, 3.5, 4 weeks after the transfer has been completed. At that point, you are confirming heartbeat because at 6 weeks, you should be able to get a heartbeat. And in the situation when it comes to surrogacy, once you confirm the heartbeat, the following month, and this is most agencies, not all, but the following month, that is when you start getting your monthly stipend at 10% of what your base pay is. From there, of course, you do all prenatal care. You do your doctor's appointments, your ultrasounds, your blood work, your labs, your glucose testings. And it's like a normal pregnancy, like you would do for yourself as if you weren't caring for somebody else. And then, of course, you get to, hopefully everybody makes it to term. Once you make it to term, you deliver. Once you deliver, you hand over the baby. In my case, I was able, of course, to hold the baby, feed the baby, bond with the baby. And then they took him away to the nursery. I got to sleep. And then the next day, I got to see him again before I left the hospital. I actually left the hospital before he did. And then that was it. So that is, in a nutshell, the medical process, the steps, all of those things. It's a time-consuming process, but it's very for the most part, very cut and dry, very black and white. So I just wanted to give you guys this information as to what the process is like, how it works, what you should probably be looking for, what you should be expecting, and all of those things. I currently am at the stage of, I just did my psych eval yesterday. I passed my psych eval, so now she said because yesterday was a Friday and we did it at like 7 o'clock at night, she stated that she will have the paperwork and everything written up by Tuesday to give to the agency. So I'm guessing around later that week or the following week, more than likely the following week, she will want me to fly to California to do my medical screening. So, super excited for the process. I pretty much know what to expect since I've been through it before. But of course, you know, every situation is different. Every agency is different, and I am using a different agency than I used previously. So, I mean, you know, things are just different. The good thing is the coordinator that I had for the agency that I was at before is the coordinator that I have now. So it's awesome. And I get to also have my same lawyer. So all of those things are really awesome. I'm trying to think of what else there would be. I don't know if there's much else. I mean, the process is, like I said, pretty cut and dry. It's an awesome process. Like I said, it can be time consuming. It can be one of those things where you're like, oh my gosh, like, when is this gonna happen? I feel like I've been doing this forever. But it's definitely worth it. The end result is always worth it. Seeing a family happy and a baby healthy, it's definitely worth it. So I will be back. I know I usually do videos on Friday. Like I said, I'm sorry you guys, yesterday my Friday was really, really hectic. Today has been really, really hectic, but Friday after work, I was trying to pack my bags up because we're, you know, celebrating my husband's birthday this weekend. And then I had to do my psych evaluation and all that other stuff. So we didn't get to our hotel or anything else until like 11 o'clock last night. And the plan was to be here at like 3:30. So I apologize about that, but there will be more content on Tuesday. I will be still vlogging in between to show the celebration of my husband's birthday. Tonight we're actually going to the casino, so we should be having fun with that. But definitely, and I'm gonna vlog my puppy tomorrow. I'm so excited to get her. So I will keep you guys updated. Thank you guys so much for visiting my page. Thank you guys for liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, whatever it may be. Definitely remember to hit the notification bell to get updates whenever I post a video. I love you guys from the bottom of my heart. I thank you guys so much. And until next time, you guys are awesome. I love you guys. Bye.